There we go. I'm live. Woohoo! Hey everyone, it's been a week or two that I've skipped doing lives. Um, Thanks for hanging out and joining me, uh, with the local SEO Phoenix SEO Lunchy Hour, as I've named it for now. So, hi everyone. Oh, there's Nathan. Hey Nathan, how are you doing, man? How's everyone doing? Let's start there. We've got a few viewers. That's pretty cool. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Maher. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. There we go. I am all right. It's been a hectic couple of weeks. Hey, David. Yo, what's up? That's the energy I need. It's been a hectic couple of weeks. My sister's been sick. A couple things happened I needed to take care of, and that's all. That's without counting work, right? So, um, it's been quite something. I'm ready for it to slow it down again. So, oh my goodness, comments are coming in. Let's see. If you guys are talking, I want to be talking to you or with you, not at you, and it makes this whole hour go by so fast. So, um, let me know if I'm saying your name correctly. Is it Debrata? Debrata? Cool sunglasses. Thank you. These are actually uh, real prescription glasses because I can't see what's in front of me. So, yeah, fun. Probably should have had them like 5 years ago. Barely got them a year and a half ago. Because I didn't realize that my vision was impaired. So don't do that to yourselves. Who else is here? I see a couple more people. They might be too shy to say a hello. And that's okay. That's okay. Oh, Joe's here. Hey, Joe. How's it going, man? A few people have joined today. That's awesome to see. My goodness. Since this is SEO lunch hour, let's start off with what has everyone had for lunch? I'll start with myself. It's 11 o'clock in California, okay? And I did a 8 o'clock walk, like just for 30, 40 minutes, a couple miles. And I didn't feel like cooking eggs or anything, so I just had I lazily slapped like a PB&J together and just had some. So let me know how you guys have filled up your bellies today. Hey, Sazad, is that how you say your name? It's going well, man. How are you doing? Good to see you guys here. This is what I want to do. I want to create a very engaged community, so it's awesome to see you guys here. You can, if you're too shy about letting us know what you ate for lunch, let's talk about what you guys have been working on, whether it's client work, whether it's rank and rent, whether it's, SEO testing or whatever, right? Is that link up? Oh, I was like, what link did I post? And yes, it is. So it's linked like his treasure chest is open. It's a mug of coffee. And it said, "You found coffee. All hearts restored." That's before coffee gave me acid reflux, and I could drink like 4 mugs of it, in a couple hours. Okay, Raj, sounds good. Ah, look at David. Aviation and tonic. I got you. That kind of day. Yep, Joe, that was like my favorite video game. Like, I played Legend of Zelda on Super Nintendo uh, with my younger sister and like one of my friends one summer. And it was a great summer. Like every time my friend would come over, we would continue the video game, and we all played it together throughout the summer. It was that's one of my best memories from childhood. So, anybody want to talk about what they've been up to, work wise, anything like that? I guess I'll start. Yes, Zelda and Mario are the great days, honestly. Like, it was just simple, jump, nail your jumps, go left, go right, kill the bad guys. Yeah. So like, I haven't played a game in a while. I think the last one I played and the one that traumatized me was like The Last of Us. I'm on part two. I picked it up like a month ago again, and then I haven't finished it, right? Like I think I'm near the end, and like it's a great game. Like the first part is amazing, as well as the second part. I'm sorry, it's taking so much out of me to concentrate on the conversation because I live in the city, like in North Park in San Diego, and like these dump trucks, garbage trucks, recycle trucks, whatever, they're here so much and they cause so much noise. It's crazy. Um, but anyways, yeah, I played The Last of Us part two like about a month ago, and it's like it's emotionally like they do such a great job with the storytelling. It's like emotionally it impacts you, right? Like I'm like, oh. So play them if you haven't played them. The gardeners usually show up when I'm on a live stream. Yeah, they know how to nail the time, right? So yeah. So if unless I'm missing comments or something, let me know what you guys are working on. I believe it was last week that I met a handful of people interested in white labeling with me, and that was super interesting because in the past I've sold like just through chatting online, right? But this time I am making it a point to, either like if they're not comfortable chatting on the phone or Zoom, then like to have detailed conversations on Facebook Messenger, or we can like last week I had a handful of appointments, and we got to know each other, what their expectations are from fulfillment side, which is something I do, um, and how many clients they might have coming, what the packages look like, and this and that. So that took some time, but I think that that's going to be well worth it because I'm seeing these like I'm providing white label SEO services, right? Like I can just simply say that, but really it's a partnership. I don't want this to be like a constant churn and burn type of business, right? So one way to do that is to get to know the what the other person is bringing to the table, what their expectations are, what kind of clients they'll be bringing on board, and like just being human and talking to each other. I think that's going to be a good thing. Oh, by the way, I wanted to discuss how quickly this group is growing. I'm honestly like, this is amazing because it really does come down to you guys. I'm at 548 members right now, and the group was started maybe 7 weeks ago. I want to say, like right on the dot, right on the cusp. I think it was 7 weeks ago, and like I'm humbled because it's not just about the numbers, but also how you guys interact with each post and how you guys share your knowledge, how you guys ask questions, and just like there's much bigger groups, and I know that, but the engagement isn't that great, right? Oh, look, 549, the number changed in front of my eyes. That's awesome. So I'm sure we'll hit 550 by the end of the day or tip over. But then, now that I've said it out loud, maybe it won't happen, right? That's how that shit works sometimes. But I just wanted to thank you guys for being a part of this community and, for every interaction when you guys leave comments or you guys are joining me here live. It's awesome. So, here are a couple of comments. Alicia says, those white label relationships are the gifts that keep on giving. My 4 new clients are all from folks I used to white label for several years ago before I went to work for an agency. They heard I was back on my own and hit me up with new work. That's awesome. That's amazing, right? So yeah, that's those are the kind of partnerships I want in place as well. David says, back at the keyboard. By the way, it was great chatting with you, and we're going to hire for a couple of the 3 bids. Corporate is slow to get shit done, and I know that's how it goes with corporate. And congratulations for winning the bid, David. All right, looking forward to bringing more on, and I'm excited, man. Bring it on. Let's go. Let's effing go. I should just go all adult on here and just cuss without refraining too much, right? So, let me look. Okay. I'll just have to look at these options later. I get easily distracted. Like, it has a whole menu of distribution. I think I can make, I can clip videos and monetization with stars and stuff. I have no idea what this stuff is. Maybe I'm getting too old for this stuff. Um, do it! Let's fucking go, David! That better? Trying to keep it rated PG. Oh, one thing, if you guys can do for me, if you guys are hanging out right now, for those of you, if you guys can hit like on the post or give it a heart or something, because I want to do these like every week, and the more the people like see them, the more likes I get, the more encouraging it feels, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, David was one of the folks I chatted with. There were a couple others, and I don't know. I think it's cool to like get on the phone and talk to other people, right? And especially if you don't want churn and burn, and like you guys can talk about what the needs of that person's clients are, right? So I guess let me check something. Oh yeah, so I'm actually putting together a promo. I'm so excited. I'm putting together a promo for my white label services, and I started on it like last night. And for the month of October, like I think that my rates are pretty reasonable, but I'm going to lower them even more. Okay? It is I can't say it's holiday season yet, but we're at the cusp of it, right? So I'm excited, and I'm excited to do that for the David's telling me that the stars are micropayments. Oh, how cute. I like that. That's right. I see them all the time in different videos. Um, so I'm putting that together. If you're interested in my white label services and you want to see what this promo is about, so what I've done is I've outlined mini case studies in there, and then at the bottom I clearly lay out my packages. Okay, that's it. There's nothing else to it. So if you want access to that, just I guess in this video you can just put down hashtag white label uh, white label services. That's it. I mean, why keep it complicated, right? So, like I said, my pricing is already pretty good, I think. Like, it's not like, uh, how do I say this? It's not super cheap. Like, it's not going to be $300, right? I can't, like, I live in the US, okay? I have 15 years of knowledge. Not to mention, actually, I think it's 16 by now. Not to mention all the cool things I've been testing with in the last, like, 4 months alone that are getting crazy results. Like, I'm showing them off twice a week in the group, I think. So I'm extremely confident that whatever clients I take on, I can absolutely get them into the map pack. And, for you, it's going to be like a turnkey process, right? Like I handle everything. But my pricing for October is going to be even sweeter. Okay. So let me look at the comments. We actually interviewed 3 white label partners and we don't want to get sued. So being able to talk to someone and understand from a top level, that's why you're who my partners and I decided to go with. Thanks, David. I really do appreciate that, man. Yeah, there's so unfortunately, like in the world of white label SEO services, there can be a lot of shady stuff. You know, and I don't want to get into an argument about, white hat versus black hat versus gray hat or whatever, but, you've got to be, with client work, you've got to be careful with the black hat stuff, right? And at the very least, just be upfront about what you might be doing. So, yeah, I might test with black hat, but I don't use that on my clients. Now, gray hat is a different story, and I can always talk to the person I'm partnering up with, like what that really means, right? Like how I use that. Nathan says, I have had white label work ordered, but I didn't have the experience to accept the work. One guy had 22 accounts, another a half dozen lawyer accounts. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. You've got to have the right team in place. I mean, that's a lot of work to do for just one person. Um, Nathan says there is definitely a need for quality white label providers out there. And yes, there is. And hopefully you guys can contact me if you guys need anything done. And that'll be awesome. But let's see. So the reason I'm doing white label, let's get into it. Let's have some fun, right? Um, just checking stuff out in the group. Give me a second before I delve into that. And by the way, you guys, thank you, and girls, thank you for being here. I'm loving the conversation. Just the conversation aspect, right? Like, when do we get to do this? Like, we're always buried in client work or whatever we're doing, going throughout our day and not having that interaction that we need, right? Oh, ooh, that sounds chilling, David. Here's David's comment. When the client has a legal team with 5+ lawyers, you do that black hat shit and get them the Google boot. You'll be in court for 6 months to a year and pay 50 to 80K out of pocket for some bullshit results that last maybe a year at best. Not worth it, in my honest opinion. Yeah. Yep, yeah, you've just got to be careful with that stuff, right? Like, nobody needs that kind of kind of shit, straight up. Like, there, I cussed without hesitating. Nobody needs that kind of bad juju, okay? So yeah, making sure that the video is actually playing. Look, we're at 549 members and it's killing me. That is crazy. But it's awesome because I get to share that with you guys. So the last few people who joined the group are Joe, Suleiman, Adnan, Todd, Mohammed, Medj, Lance, Farhan, Maharshi, and Hurain. So welcome aboard, you guys. I am thinking of I'm not even kidding, of getting local SEO Phoenix t-shirts made and sharing them with like people who are very interactive on here, like that add value to the group. But then I would have to determine what value means, right? Value isn't just spamming the group with like 30 questions. It's gonna be like insightful answers or questions or whatever, right? So anyways, so how I got into white label. All right. So I've been around the block, right? Like, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've discovered that like I'm really introverted and very shy, but I still need to socialize with other people. It just needs to be a like-minded set of people, like my tribe, right? Like this, I'm starting to have a lot of fun with. We're talking back and David cracks me up. Ain't nobody got time for that shy. Yeah. So, talking to you guys, that's cool. Answering questions, this sort of interaction is cool with me, right? Like small settings is great. But you know what takes it out of me, out of my social battery, is hanging out with business owners and networking events. It really does. I've tried to do it, and I'll probably continue doing it. Um, just not a lot of it, right? But like I like the one-on-one conversations. That part doesn't necessarily bother me, but for whatever reason, going somewhere, spending an hour or two, investing my time with them, it really drains the living hell out of me. Okay? I would much rather be doing this with you guys, right? So I know what my tribe is. So naturally, like my strength is in like I don't know how to say this. Let me choose my words carefully. It's easier for me to connect with other SEOs who want to scale their business, right? They want to be the face of their business, but they don't want to handle the work. And they need quality white label SEO services, right? So they want to scale, scale, scale. And they can do all the networking that they want, right? And then outsource to me. You know what I mean? And it's easier for me to talk to other SEOs. And yeah, so it's a natural. Like I've come to the conclusion that it is far easier for me to geek out with the SEO work with me and my team, handle all of that, than to have to deal with the business owner directly, right? And networking and all of that. And Joe says same. So maybe there you go. I don't even want to be the face. I get it, man. I get it. It can feel like a lot. Like I totally get it. So, if you want to sell, and you need a white label service provider, at least reach out and talk to me, right? Like that's the least we can do. But yeah. So, also it ramps up my anxiety for some reason. Like I'm okay with doing like socializing for a couple hours here and there, but doing it constantly for hours on end, phew, yeah. Let's see what else can we discuss. So yeah, if you want my pricing or if we've chatted recently and you need a refresher, just drop in hashtag white label services, and I will get that over to you personally. While we're at it, I'm gorgeous. I'll be your face. I love it. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Oh my god, you guys crack me up. Yep. So while we're at it, since I've talked about what I'm doing with white label and this and that, why don't you guys tell me, whoever's here live, tell me like what you do with your SEO business. Are you the face? Are you the provider? Are you both? Do you just provide like one tiny piece of the puzzle? Whatever it is. I haven't seen Alicia in a while. I wonder if she had to go. Oh, yeah, there you go. So David says, oh, a lot of these white label companies are using this one particular press release that I was showing you. He showed me one. And he talked to the founder of PR Web, and it's actually a PBN. So, yeah. Oh, there's Alicia. Give your cats a loving pet from me. We are both cat ladies, fans of. Cat ladies. Oh yeah, David, how's I think your dog's name is Roxanne, and the last we talked, you might have said she got stung by something. I'm assuming it's a bee, but I hope she's okay, or she's healed up. So I made a post in the group. I'm waiting. So I'm doing. I'm talking about multiple things, but let me read this answer by Joe. He's doing a bit of everything. The work and client meetings. So Joe, does that? Do you enjoy both? I mean, you've kind of hinted that you don't want to be even the face of your business. But do you like doing both? And does doing both keep you from scaling? Maybe it doesn't. Or maybe it does. So I would love to know. David says the guy, the founder of PR Web, McInnes, that's his name. McInnes actually said, "Do you think any of your clients want to be listed on Omaha Tractors?" Yeah. Okay. So David's dog Roxanne, last we spoke, was, she got stung by something or whatever. So he's just updating me. Roxanne got something in her eye, ear vet visit, and she's on the mend. Bad 3 days, but great memory. And Jesus, I can't type as fast as normal. Uh, so Alicia says she does all the Oh, a lot of comments came through. I do all the fulfillment and reporting myself. I do not do any sales. Referrals and word of mouth only. That's awesome, Alicia, because most of us have to do like sales, right? But you've reached that point where you're getting referrals and word of mouth. That's you can't beat that, right? So congrats on that. Nathan says I used to do white label, which is scary, but I'm friends with a 15-year SEO vet who helped. Now I'm after full paying clients in a specific niche. Love that. So you're on a journey where you started with white label, but you're going towards business owners, and I'm going the other way. David says he's a much faster talker, and that he is. That he is. So, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so forgive me if I'm butchering it. It's Devine, maybe? Or Divine? Divine? I'm a local business owner, but I want to be more of a referrer of other business that can use local SEO. I like marketing side of things. I'm super beginner on SEO itself, learning from Alicia, so I just want to refer others. Cool. Good, very good to have you here. Joe says he's okay with both parts, with being the face and doing client meetings and fulfilling. I'm okay with doing both, part of a larger agency. Oh, okay. Back in the day, I had my own agency and doing both crushed me while scaling. Yeah, so that is pretty hard to do. David says, I enjoy doing the sales, but have rock stars to fill all the other bits. Love it, love it, love it. So we have people from like all types of setups here. But so Joe, you said you're part of a larger agency. And back in the day I had my own agency. So you work for an agency then. Is that what you mean? Just to be clear about it. Um, which is cool too. Let's see how it's going in the group. And by the way, you guys are awesome. Oh, we hit 550 members. Bang, bang. I wish I had a bell like boom, 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 but then my cats would get freaked out. Sean Simmons. Okay, cool. Okay, so you work for an agency. That's awesome. Yeah, doing I don't know, being self-employed or having your own agency, like whatever term you want to use, or if you just do freelancing, like it can be hard. Like there's ups and downs, and everything comes down to you, right? Whether it's a success, whether something's a success, whether it's a failure, whether the people who work for you are not properly trained, clients complaining, all of that kind of, um, not kind of, it falls on you, right? So, had my own agency for around 15 years. Wow, that's a long time, Joe. Design, web, print, SEO, dot, 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 cartoons. Love it. That's cool, man. That's super cool. I'm thinking of, I don't know, it feels overwhelming, like possibly putting together a paid community, where I do SEO testing, right? Like whether it's white hat, gray hat, black hat. But it is a lot of work, and I'm not sure on this either because I do them on my own anyway. So that's just a random thought floating in my head. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do this. This was supposed to be in the beginning. Oh, look, let me get another answer in. So David says he was working for Fortune 50s to Inc. 500s before Google, BG, before Google. It was the wild freaking West, and it was a lot of fun. I can only imagine. Joe says, Moon, I still remember your internal linking strategies from years ago. Great stuff. Thanks, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, people who like stream for hours on end, I don't know how they do it because my voice is cracking at 32 minutes. Oh my gosh. But yeah, like, it still feels like the wild, wild west in a way. You know what I mean? But yeah, you could get away with a lot. So in the beginning, I'm supposed to ask you guys where you guys are all tuning in from, like what state. I don't know. Like I've always been amazed at how like within the group, like people from all around the world are in there, right? Anybody with internet, whether it's Pakistan, India, Switzerland, US, right? Canada, whatever. And I love knowing where you guys are tuning in from. Joe says, I miss the old days of Flash. Oh my god, those were the good old days. Yeah, I get it. Oh, you're from New York. Cool. Very cool. I went to college in Delaware, UD, and then I stayed in Delaware for like a decade. So, the tri-state area. Macromedia, yep. Good old memories. So David's talking about his podcast. So yeah, this is pretty cool. David told me he had his own podcast back in the day. So he says, got to be a lot, started the SEO 101 podcast and gave everything away for free. Don't do a paid channel. Give away the info, and those do it yourselfers will do it for free and never hire you. But those that love the free info, which you can find anywhere online, will ask how much you charge to implement, and it's a lay down, and they keep coming. That's awesome. So that's the thing with these, with the testing. It's going to take a fair amount of time, right? And it is going to be some really, really cool stuff. Um, that I share. But like I said, it is pretty time intensive. So I've gotta decide, right? Like if I'm gonna do it or not. Yeah. That's David's between halfway between Seattle and Vancouver, Canada on the water. How cool is that? Birchway? Is that how you say it? Birch Bay. I don't know why I said way. Birch Bay, Washington, I think. Let's see. Love it, love it. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys know, but I'm from San Diego. I've been here for like since 2010, I want to say, and we are where in 2024. So yeah, it's been a while. Let's see. So I made a post in the group, and it goes something like this. Sometimes clients have interesting ideas about SEO. What's the most unrealistic or bizarre request a client has made? We had some really good answers here that, like, either my jaw dropped or I was just chuckling, right? So if you guys have an answer, drop it live right now. But Alex said, just had a client spend $10,000 on a domain name just to keep using the one they had previously. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. But I guess if you have it, you don't care. Um, Alicia had a story that she shared. Dude signed on the Sunday night of Memorial Day weekend and was ready to do a chargeback at 10 a.m. on Tuesday because he didn't see any results yet. Oh my god, that's insane. On a long weekend, and then by Tuesday, it's a chargeback. That is insane. That's the kind of churn and burn I'm fucking talking about. Oh my god. And then Kyle says, oh man, let me guess. And they were paying less than $1,000 per month too. And Alicia replied, but of course, they were my smallest, cheapest client by a long shot. Yeah, there you go. Joe says, I hear the weather is always perfect in San Diego. It's pretty damn perfect, I have to say. I mean, we did have a heat wave a couple weeks ago that nearly killed me. Holy shit. It didn't kill me, I'm exaggerating, but like here in LA it hit 101, which I don't think I've experienced here before. So it was a couple of really like crappy days, and the ACs, like a lot of the older buildings don't have ACs. I have a standalone unit, but for whatever day it crapped out that day. Like it would not work. It was pretty insane, and yeah. Nathan says you definitely have to learn boundaries and white label, otherwise the agency owner will try to walk all over you. Absolutely, I agree with that. I don't, and also I don't want to be like I want to be choosy about the people I'm working with. So if someone like if an agency owner is just like dumping stress on me, right, and not respecting boundaries, I don't want to work with them. What? Joe. Joe just left a comment. I had a client leave a Google Meet because someone was selling meat out of his car. I don't even know what that really means. Is this true? That was crazy. Oh, and Alicia, the story of the chargeback that I just read. Alicia says they were $500 per month for a garage door contractor. That's insane. Like I guess they wanted you to send them leads over Memorial Day weekend somehow. Like that's fucking insane. Oh, Kyle left a comment on that thread too. We like that you have extensive experience in our niche with proven results and are focused on leads and ROI. But this company from India is giving us 15 pages of deliverables and 20 high DA links per month for 150. Why can't you do that? Oh my god, you guys. The stuff sometimes that we have to put up with. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I'm going back and forth. So, anyways, whew, I'm getting the silly giggles. Whew, Joe saying he wasn't selling. Someone came to his door during our meet. Not sure if he bought the meat. Oh my god. Uh, Wait till they found out about the difference between there they are and there. Probably save yourself some trouble there, Joe. Oh my god, that is hilarious. And that post has me rolling on the floor too because just the expectations, like just the shit sometimes clients say is crazy. Can you rank my Yelp above my Yellow Pages listing? Like, I guess, but why? You know, like why? I'm not sure. And that was by Josh. And James said, two main offices telling you they are national, but their budget says otherwise. And then he just listed, like, I guess clients with unreasonable keywords or overall sense of timing. But that post, I was just. Sometimes I get responses and I'm truly entertained by them. Alicia says he couldn't no longer afford Joe because he blew his budget on trunk bacon. You guys are killing me today. Oh shit. I mean, I'm loving this. If my work could go like this all the time, it'd be great. Damn, stepped out for a smoke and voice to text is still not great, says David. Ah, yeah. Trunk bacon. Need to grab that domain. Run towards it, Joe. Leave this live and go claim it right now. Okay, let's see. You guys are, the comments are killing it. Holy shit. Oh, so this spammer, now I have to block them and I'll have 549 members again, but you guys don't forget that Aldi is urgently hiring. Confirming orders sitting at home, good salary. So, yeah, don't miss out on that. Like, I don't understand these spam posts. I truly don't because I can't imagine any of them working. Here we go. We're going to throw the ban hammer while I'm live with you guys. Need to grab that domain. Joe says Shark Tank may fund it. Yeah, you never know. Haven't seen that show in a while. I used to love watching it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this goes with the white labeling part, but the question I asked, this is another post, is what's the most challenging part of scaling your SEO service? Okay. Oh, okay, let me say it. I swear I can read. What's the most challenging part of scaling your SEO services? So if you're on live right now, go ahead and answer me. Kyle left a very nice and detailed answer here. Alicia's like, Aldi's not going to hire me. Okay, so Kyle did leave a very detailed answer, which I really liked. He says, for most agency owners I've worked with, it was training and quality control. And that I find to be true too. The biggest issue is there were no SOPs, training videos, or workflows, or very poor ones. Having detailed SOPs, etc., means the difference from getting stuck at 30,000 MRR because you have to do so much of the work yourself to scaling to 80K plus MRR. We have over 190 SOPs and training videos at our agency, not including the workflows in Asana, task flow diagrams so everyone sees where they fit in the process, and official job descriptions for each position so everyone knows exactly what is expected of them. And it's true. This is where most agencies fall apart, or whoever's doing the fulfillment, right? There is a lot to training people, just training people, because whatever is in your head, all this knowledge, it can be very challenging to dump it. It sounds straightforward, but it's very hard to dump it on paper, to create SOPs and training videos out of it, and to do it in a way where another human being can properly understand it and execute it. So, great answer, Kyle. And Malik says, for most people, I guess it's finding the clients slash sales. In some areas, no matter how hard you call, there isn't enough business owners that would want to work with you. Yeah, so it just depends what side of the coin you're on, right? Alicia says, quality and finding people who care about your biz as much as you do. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Nathan, you definitely need to police your group. They will destroy your group if you don't. There was an amazing agency owner group, but the guy wanted to allow everyone and their mother in, and it all went to hell. So yeah, it's my group is open right now, and I'm watching it day and night like a hawk. And it's growing pretty fast. But in the last 3 4 days, I have found like spam, right? First thing when I wake up and I check on the group, I see some spam. So if you see those types of posts, do report them to admin, and I appreciate it. But I am keeping an eye on it and banning people. Trunkroast.com, says Alicia. You can thank me later. Oh my god. Oh my god, we are almost at 47 minutes. I'm always amazed at like how I've been able to pull off hour long lunch hours with you guys, and it's really because of the interaction back and forth, because I don't know, video kind of has been like my Achilles heel. Like I'm not super comfortable doing videos and stuff and just hanging out, right? Like you've got to be really comfortable. I mean, I'm working on myself here, but you've got to be really comfortable to sit here and just chat. David says an audio chat would be freaking sweet. What do you mean, David? Like a podcast of these lunch hours? Is that what you're talking about? Or did I miss something in here? Let's see. Let's see what else. I got some really awesome responses on how do you handle clients who often make late payments, like 1 to 2 weeks late, constantly, and push the billing due date. So if you guys have answers in Facebook Live, feel free to drop them, but I got some really good ones here. Oh, I see what you mean. You want to be able to just drop responses much easier with audio. Okay. My ADHD brain has way too much to say. I totally get it because, like, by the time I finish one sentence, I've already started another thought, and it's really, 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 yeah. That's so cool that you guys had that option back in the day, David. Um, Alicia's like, how have you gone 50 minutes with no cat butts on camera? What have you done with the babies? Let me tell you. Um, the babies have been. Actually, my girl's really good. The boy, like, he's a sweetheart, but he's been, like, all over me and biting the cords for the last 3 mornings. And I think it's because I've been waking up and going straight to work without spending time with him. So that's been happening a lot. And Yeah, I don't know why they're not here today. You know what? While you guys leave me some comments, let me go check on them. Let's see if I can bring a baby up. Hi, Baba. What are you doing? Oh, oh my goodness. All right, I found him by the door, rolling around. Here we go. Sir, the camera's up here. You are more. You are requested. He was just relaxing by the door. So in the mornings, he likes the door wide open so he can gawk at every neighbor. What? What? Let's see. So I don't know why we didn't have cat butts, but you've got a cat face now, Alicia. Here's my baby Blaze. Mwah. You want to get up over here and just lay? So when I do work, he just kind of gets up there and usually starts making biscuits. But today he's not having it. As long as he doesn't come over and start chewing cords, I'll be good. Okay. Let's see. ADHD, OCD, and SEO equals fun. Exact. You know what? It's good to know I'm not the only one. A real life Garfield. That's my boy. That's my boy. Okay, let's see. So, how do you guys handle clients who often make late payments? Do you have like a hard and fast rule? So my thing is like I can be flexible, especially like if a client is going through hard times or something like that. And I don't mind if a client is like a few minutes, sorry, a few minutes, a couple days late, right? Like that can happen. But if the billing date is getting pushed constantly, like let's say it's month 3 and like a whole month has been wasted, accumulatively. My God, am I even saying that right? Um, then it's a little bit of an issue. Like, why are payments so late, right? So, I don't mind being flexible either. Like, clients go through hard times too sometimes, so. Joe is like, send Joe Pesci to their door. David says, I start making them pay 2 months in advance. But we're talking late fees in thousands with an Amex. Love it, David. David is like balling over there. Joe's like, thankfully, I no longer handle billing. Yeah, that's a blessing too, huh? That's awesome. When did you start working for the agency, Joe? Have you been there for a while? David says Amex has a 30-day float. Got it. Got it. I know people can be very hardcore. So I think next week, if I plan this well, I will have Kyle, Alicia, and Dimitri on. So that's one that you guys won't want to miss. I'm trying to get them together. I'm trying to herd them in the right direction. Joe says he's been with an agency for 3 years. Cool. It sounds like it's pretty stable, so that's awesome. Nathan says, I never had issues with payments. The nonstop questions and emails is what my issue was. I've experienced that with certain types of clients. Not very often, thankfully. But I've definitely had clients who paid okay, and then, like, within a couple hours, I would get, like I'm talking about, like a page long full of questions, and it's like, whoa. Either I can answer those questions or I can do the work. But frankly, you didn't pay me for a consultation. You know what I mean? It takes a while. Like, I don't mind a couple questions here, a couple questions there, but like when you see that over and over in the first couple days, that, it starts looking like a pattern. Alicia says, long-term good clients who needs a little break, fine. Habitually late shit client, bye-bye. Yeah, I along the same lines. I'm along the same lines. David says, so if I have to pay for their late fees, they go on the 2-month prepaid, just like someone that can't pay their freaking cell phone bill. I roll. Hey, that's a sound plan. Joe says, my biggest problem was separating myself from the client. Needed a good buffer or salesperson, but never really had one. My biggest problem was separating myself from the client. Yeah, I can see how that would be helpful. David says long time clients like 12 plus years equals sure I gotcha, but a 1 year client you're on a new prepaid plan. Yep. Let's see. Let's see. I took the past lunch hour videos and the one I did with Alicia, and I started the YouTube channel, but I haven't announced it in the group yet. So if you guys can go there and subscribe, I'm gonna drop it in the I'm going to drop it in my own comments. Let's see. Hey, hey y'all. If you can go here and subscribe, I'd love that. There we go. So, all the videos are there so far, and I will be uploading this one as well. So, if you miss out all the goofiness, you'll have time to, you'll have a way to catch up with it. So it's like it's October, right? And then you have November and December. So for you guys who are live right now, does it slow down in October, November, and December, or does it pick up a lot during October, November, December? I've met SEOs where they're like, oh, it slows down to a crawl in November and December, and then I've met SEOs who are like, those are my best months. You know what I mean? So let me hear it from you guys. I would love to know. I've had slow years, but I've also had very profitable years. So mine's a mix. Thank you, Joe. I very much appreciate it. It is so hard to get started from the ground up these days, right? So I appreciate every member joining Local SEO Phoenix, and every person that's going to be hitting subscribe on the Local SEO Phoenix YouTube channel as well. August seems to always be slowest. Okay. Alicia says November and December have historically been my best months by a long shot. That's really awesome. Like, is that, do you do anything differently? Do you, like, when it comes, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to see if it naturally is, like, you naturally get more clients or something, or do you work harder in those months and end up with more clients? David says it's marketing budgets in Q4 that aren't used. Yep. Yeah. Holy shit, you guys are killing it with the comments and being so interactive. This might be like the most interactive live I've had yet, with 94 comments throughout the hour. I'm loving it. Oh, now this is insight. David says if they don't use their marketing budgets in Q4, they do not get an increase in Q1 next year. Okay. That makes absolute sense. I have literally had calls. Can you spend 30K in the next 90 days? You fucking bet. I was gonna say, you have any issues like that, David? Just holler at me. We'll make sure it gets spent, all right? And in a good way with the best ROI. But that's amazing insight. Alicia Alicia cracks me up because she's like, I do absolutely nothing to market myself. I think maybe it's just people planning for the first of the year, and also a lot of people take time off and I have no life, so I am working. Hey, that's a blessing, man. David's like, LOL, that's a fun call. Yeah, that would be a fun call. Can you do something with my 30K? Yes, let's do something. Oh my god, we're at 99 comments. Let's break it. Let's break 100. You guys are the best. I should just bring my food with me next time. That would be more natural. But I also don't want to be like dropping food all over the place while trying to, like read posts and read your comments and stuff. And growing a group, like an engaging group, is challenging. It's challenging in the sense that like it takes time, right? Like I've made a conscientious decision to do these Facebook lives and I am having a lot of fun. At first it was really terrifying, but I'm having fun. Client is late, but I gotta go. Talk to you later. Peace and chicken grace. See you later, David. I will chat with you in a bit. Do your thing. So in a few minutes, I will log off as well. Um, it's been a fun hour though. I haven't laughed like that in a while, so that was pretty cool. I don't know. Um, Josh made a post in here. For those of you leaving SEO, what are you transitioning to and doing now? That post kind of threw me off because I was like, are there a lot of people leaving SEO? Excuse me. Are there a lot of people leaving SEO? And I don't know. Great stuff, Moon. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. You brought the party, Joe. You should eat spam during these lives. Wait, wait. That sounds so horrible. Oh my god, these you guys are crazy. Yeah. Anyways, so for those of you leaving SEO, what are you transitioning to and doing now? So let's just play a quick game, okay? Let's play a quick game. You don't have any bills, do you? You don't have any of the typical worries. You don't have to pay bills. You don't have rent, right? Like you don't have to do any of that shit. What would you actually pick to do? What would you do? Like, I mean, I don't know. What hobby do you have? Or what do you love to do that you would just do all the time? And it doesn't have to be like related to money, right? Like we're throwing bills out the window. So I left an answer where I said I would want like almost like a farm or like a house with like a huge front and backyard. I would want animals, like I would want a couple horses, even though I've never had a horse. They just seem like awesome animals, right? Calm animals. And then I would have like 20 cats and maybe a pond with koi fish in it, with some turtles in it, and there you go. That sounds like paradise to me. Oh, there we go. We're getting some good answers now. So Joe said, I guess people would leave for AI. Yeah, that I mean that's been a disruption for writers, right? In the last 2 years, I can't imagine how scary that must have been for them. Um, Alicia said, I would run an animal sanctuary. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Like either a farm or like, I mean, that would be an animal sanctuary. Joe says, fine arts and illustration. Awesome. Finally finished my children's book. Ooh, that sounds super cool, Joe. You should. You should do it. That sounds awesome. I don't know. What should we finish with? What should we finish with? Let's see. Do we have any goals for the next week? Or for the month of October, actually? Let's do the month of October in general. Let me know if you do. And if you don't, that's okay too. So it's really funny because it tells me how many viewers there are, but unless you're commenting, I don't know who it is either. So I can't like address people. Oh, Alicia says there is a man who rocks baby donkeys to sleep, and I am totally down for it. And you know what? I think I've come across those videos because I've seen him hold one like this, like it's like a baby donkey, and it is the sweetest thing. And so I've been like liking videos, those videos, and like cows, like people like hugging cows, and I don't know. I've never seen cows in that way, and yeah, it's been it's been super cute to look at those videos. Nathan says I would probably do a couple ecom products. I used to do ecom. Cool. Make my clients' phones ring some more. Okay, that's the goals part. Woohoo! Nathan says I have a couple products I think would work, but I don't want to take a loan to do it. Yeah, I get that. I absolutely get that. It's very exciting when people buy a product you design. Yeah, it's pretty cool when that happens, especially with ecom. Yeah, it's the creative stuff is a lot of fun. Absolutely, like designing products, like print on demand. I mean, that's the most experience I've had with designing a product, but it's pretty cool to see people wear your something you designed, right? Like my sister bought a couple of my shirts, and I was like, oh my god, you know what I mean? It's just super cool. So yeah. Okay, October goals. I do want to have like 10. This is a lofty goal, right? I admit it. 10 agency owners who would like white label SEO fulfillment. I would like to just kind of meet them either on Zoom or phone call or Facebook Messenger. That's my main goal for the month of October. And if you guys want to help me achieve that, just introduce me to that person, to that agency owner or whatever. Or if it's you, hit me up. Um, there's no salesy like pressure. I get excited, right? But other than that, like there's no like anything like, oh, I'm gonna make you close now. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Um, but yeah, well, it's been an hour and almost 10 minutes, so I think I will end this right now. And next week, if everything works out, I have to hear from one of the guys, but if everything works out, Alicia Hughes, Kyle Sabra, and Dimitri Morgan should be on live with me. So it'll be tons of fun, and I'm sure the conversation will go in many ways. Today was more laid back because I want these sessions to be very laid back. I don't want them always to be like SEO agenda packed, right? Like here and there, I might come on with like a specific purpose, but really, I want to have conversations because I think what's missing in the SEO space is like the humans behind these agencies and these white label services, like having real conversations. That human connection is what's missing. So with that said, we're gonna have lots of fun next week, so be sure to join us and ask us any questions you have, whether they're SEO related or not. All right, so I'm going to end the live video. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you can hit like on the video, that'd be amazing. And if you can hit subscribe on the Local SEO Phoenix YouTube channel, I will be forever grateful. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.